Are you tired of feeling like your money disappears every single month? If you're looking for a proven way to manage your finances, well, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm comparing two of the most popular budgeting methods against each other, the 50-30-20 rule versus the 70-20-10 rule. What are they? What are the pros and cons for each? And personally, as a banking professional and a chartered financial analyst, what I do for my finances personally. By the end of the video, you will know how to combine the best of both worlds for you. Let's get started. First things first, let's break down what these budget rules actually mean. I would say there might be different versions online explaining what they are, but normally the 50-30-20 rule suggests allocating your income as follows: 50% to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings, investing, and debt repayment. I will explain it later on. And then the 70-20-10 rule, on the other hand, looks a little bit different. 70% to needs and wants combined, 20% to savings, and 10% to debt repayment and investments. Let's dive a bit deeper into each rule. First of all, the 50-30-20 rule. This rule was popularized by Senator Elizabeth Warren in her book, All Your Worth, the Ultimate Lifetime Money Plan. Here's how it breaks down. 50% to needs. It includes essentials like rent, mortgage, utilities, groceries, insurance, and minimum loan payments. So here is like whatever you need is really the basic needs of a person. And 30% to wants. So it's like non-essentials like dining out, entertainment, movies, hobbies, and vacations. And 20% to savings and debt repayment. So this one goes towards savings, investments, and extra debt payments. Now let's talk about the beauty, the pros of the 50-30-20 rule. The beauty of it is it's really simple. It's easy to remember and helps ensure you are covering all your financial bases, like needs, wants, savings, and flexibility for discretionary spending. So discretionary basically means you have the discretion or you have the freedom to spend money on what you want and what can make you happy. 30% for wants allows for enjoying life while staying within the budget. And now let's talk about cons of 50-30-20 rule. However, it may not be very perfect for everyone, especially if your cost of living is very high. So for example, 50% needs may not be enough if you live in a very expensive area like New York or Hong Kong, because the rent can easily cost you 30% to half of your monthly salary. Am I right? And also, it may not be very aggressive enough for savings and investing. Only 20% allocated to savings and debt repayment may not be very sufficient for those with high financial goals or debt. So, for example, if you already have a property that you need to pay a mortgage on, the mortgage probably already exceeds 20% of your income. Now let's explore the 70-20-10 rule. Is it better? This method is very straightforward and can be very effective, especially for those looking to aggressively save or pay off debt. So 70% it allocates to living expenses. And this larger category includes all your living expenses, both essential and non-essential. And 20% into savings and investments, a dedicated portion for savings. So including emergency fund, retirement accounts, and investments. So here, investments here means stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, ETFs, and so on and so forth. And then the beauty of it is it has 10% allocated to debt repayment or donations. So the last part, the last portion is for paying down debt or contributing to society and causes you care about. For example, church, charities. The pros of 70-20-10 rule is like the rule provides a more aggressive approach to savings and debt repayment, which can be great if you have specific financial goals in mind, such as buying a property. Also encourages debt repayment and philanthropy. 10% specifically for debt repayment or donations. It encourages financial responsibility and giving back to society as well. However, the cons of the 70-20-10 rule is that it may not be very realistic for low income earners. So, for example, living on 70% of income might be challenging for those with very low incomes. For example, if we earn 300 per month, but the grocery already takes you 200 per month, then it's very challenging or almost impossible to buy anything else, no matter needs or wants. And another disadvantage is that 70-20-10 rule has less detailed spending plan. So it combines needs and wants, so it can make it harder to track discretionary spending. I already explained what is discretionary spending. It means you have the freedom to spend on what you like, what can make you happy. And some people may find it very challenging to control on the wants side. So, there's a very, very nice handbag. Let me buy it. Or, there are nice sunglasses. Let me buy them home. So, if you combine the two, needs and wants, and some people may lose control. So, which one you should choose? So you may ask me, do I belong to high earner category or the low earner category, or where I live belongs to high cost location or low cost location? So I know you may be confused. So at the end of the day, it really depends on your financial situation and goals, and there are a few factors to consider. One is your income and living expenses. So, for example, if you live in an area with high living costs, like I mentioned, New York or Hong Kong, the 50-30-20 rule might be more practical. The 70-20-10 rule might be challenging if your needs alone takes up a large portion of your income. And secondly, it really depends on your financial goals. If you're focused on saving for a big purchase, for example, like property or a car or paying off debt quickly, the 70-20-10 rule can help you reach your goals faster. Whichever you choose, there are some practical tips to help you stay on track. The first is please track your spending. Use apps or spreadsheets to monitor your expenses. If you haven't downloaded the spending tracker that I personally use, you can find it in the description area, also in the pinned comment section. Second, really adjust as needed. Your budget isn't set in stone. Adjust it as your income or expenses change. My advice is that increase the investment portion as your income grows. For example, if you make 5,000 per month, regardless what currency, after spending on your needs and wants and debt repayment, you probably have 1K or 20% left for savings and investing, right? But if you make 10K, 10,000 per month, I hope you leave more than 20% or 2,000 for savings and investing. And if I were you, I would put probably half, like 5K, in saving and investing. And thirdly, it's really about staying consistent. Consistency is key. Regularly review your budget to make sure you're meeting your goals. And talking about myself, what I do every month after receiving my salary, I just wanted to provide you with some context. My first year salary after graduation was about 16,000 Hong Kong dollars per month. It's like 2,000 USD. And after 10 years in corporate, I grew my monthly salary into 15,000 per month in USD terms. How do I manage my finances personally throughout my 10-year corporate life? I've actually made a video called My Payday Routine, 3 Easy Steps. You can find the video link here, also in the description area. Like, subscribe, and click on the screen. I will see you in the next video.